It's going to be an amazing parade this year. Hoffish Schechter, our guest director, will lead it, and I can't think of anyone better. But this year the theme of the parade is the arts. So the children are divided up into sections, theatre, visual arts, spoken word. But the theme of music runs all the way through, and we've got a musician in residence for the first time in 26 years. And the musician in residence will be going around all the schools, so we hope for a real variety of music throughout the parade this year. And of course dance will probably be in the lead because of Hoffish, but it promises to be a really amazing parade with 83 schools and community organisations at the last count taking part. It is the biggest parade in Europe that doesn't have floats and cars and motors. And so we're really, really proud of that, produced as always by Same Sky. We've got Shakespeares Globe coming back to St Nicholas Rest Garden again, hooray. Much Ado About Nothing this year, which is, we're back to comedies, having had King Lear last year. I'm really, really excited about that because the Globe always do the storytelling very well, and sometimes Shakespeare's plots get a bit complicated. And I think sitting on the grass with your picnic, there's no better way really to understand what's going on, especially if you have people like the Globe who are such masters of storytelling and really, really know their text. The European Dance Festival for Young People, which is 3 shows, all of them are incredibly different. Starting with the one for the youngest children, we have a show called Munch, which is set on a very, very large tablecloth and ends up with a lot of eating of waffles, which have been made during the dance performance. The dancers themselves are not making the waffles, the dancers are dancing on the tablecloth, and they dance with a range of quite dodgy stuff like eggs and flour. In fact, all the ingredients of the waffle, with plates and knives and forks, and throughout this wonderful smell of waffle is coming from the end of the tablecloth, and we all get to have some at the end. So what's not to like, really? For older children and their parents, probably almost as much for their parents as for them, we have a show which is a dance piece which is set to John Cage's, some of John Cage's pieces for prepared piano, but it does involve putting screws, elastic bands and all sorts of objects into the strings of the piano according to Mr. Cage's instructions. And then the piano is played live on stage, and a dancer in a way replicates those extraordinary things that have happened to piano so that he's changing his own shape and then attempting to dance. And then without giving it away, there's what we in the trade call a drop at the end, which is rather exciting, from the ceiling of the Old Market Arts Centre. So that will be an extraordinary piece, and I think it will be a piece to interest and challenge our older audiences, who I really encourage to come along, whether they've got an 8-year-old or not, and will entertain the younger ones, which is what I always seek in a show. My third dance piece for young people is free, and it's right out on the streets, and it's over a couple of days at the beginning weekend. And it's a show called Kamimura Vacation, and it's basically a street running show, and you pursue, as a family or as grown-ups or as teenagers, you pursue the dancers through the streets of Brighton. You meet in the Dome foyer, you don't know where you're going, you don't know what's going to happen, but it's fast running, it's very, very exciting, and it's great dance.